Good morning, team, and a very good day to you all. EURUSD, first of all, the first pair going to be discussed today. So EURUSD has pretty much just been consolidating yesterday, hence why I wasn't too interested in really trading it. As we can see, we just continued overall in towards the downside whilst respecting this overall high and breaking the low over here. So as of now, this is pretty much the trend. This is your high, this was your low. But now what we've seen this morning happen, or let's say last night, is that we got a change of character low broken. So this was your change of character low that got broken, meaning that at the moment, your current change of character high is the high of this bearish candle over here. So as long as the high of this bearish candle holds, then we will be looking for short still. As soon as that high breaks, then we would expect a potential pullback play to come into motion based on the change of character. Now looking to the left, what are we reacting to? Well, we're reacting to this imbalance candle over here, where pretty much we could say it is fresh and there is some demand inside. So let's keep an eye out for if that area of demand actually achieves something. And achieving something, I mean by breaking this high over here, seeing a pullback, and then maybe that further upside continuation. Now going in towards the 15, we then look at that 4-hour high. That is pretty much the high of this candle over here. It's a little bit lower, to be honest, but we can also take this high over here on the 15-minute time frame. So what I'm going to be looking for is to see indeed, can we start breaking those highs and then continuing up higher, or are we just going to continue with the overall trend in towards the downside? Because I would like to see a further push down, not going to lie, in towards that 4-hour area of demand over here, which is also stacked with a daily area of demand as well. So this daily imbalance candle over here, this bearish hammer candle. So that's what I would prefer. But yeah, keeping in mind that we could already look for a short-term long once we break the high of this bearish candle over here on the 4-hour time frame. So that's euro dollar, what I'm waiting for. Otherwise, just keep on looking for shorts. If we break that high, we look for longs. As simple as that. So going in towards the dollar index has been correcting, ascending in towards the highs over here, after obviously an overextended bullish move. So this does indicate to me that we are ready to see a short very, very soon. Going in towards the daily time frame, we can see that we are coming in towards some form of a supply zone over here, a buy before the sell. So let's keep our eyes open for what is to happen next. We could already start correcting in towards downside. If we do, then obviously we know, okay, look for longs from here or from here. Going back in towards the 4-hour time frame, again, we're seeing ascending price action, which is corrective of nature, meaning it is likely that there is going to be a correction incoming. And let's go back to the dollar, excuse me. So keeping that in mind, when do we expect the correction to come? We expect the correction to come potentially once structure starts breaking. So this was your fractal high, this is your fractal low, and we're trading in between this bullish fractal low and high. So as soon as we break the low over here, I will be looking for a short on the dollar back down in towards here, meaning I'll be looking for longs on EURUSD and the other major dollar pairs. So that's the dollar index for you, very simply said. Now going on in towards Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar over here on the 4-hour time frame tapped in towards that daily area of demand to absolute perfection, guys. As we can see, after that saw a bullish reaction. So obviously after a BOS, we expect a pullback. So looking for that potential pullback play. Over here, just marking out the fractal structure. This is your fractal low. And then what is the fractal high which broke this fractal low? That is the high of this bearish candle over here. So let's just draw it in to be very precise. What we can then see is that the high has not yet been broken, so we are still bearish. So we're now waiting for Aussie dollar to break that high on the 4-hour. If that high breaks, I will be looking for a long further in towards the upside. As simple as that. Until then, we just continuously look for further downside on the 15. So keep your eyes open for that. Yeah, if we break that high, then let's see if we can get any longs potentially back up in towards this supply zone, or in towards even up here, pretty much in towards this overall buy before the sell, with this being kind of like liquidity highs over here. So that's what I'm looking for on Aussie dollar. Moving on in towards pound dollar. So over here, pound dollar on the 4-hour time frame. What are we seeing? So pound dollar also slowing down inside of that area of demand on the 4-hour and also on the daily. Yeah, so that's that daily imbalance which we were talking about yesterday. So over here, so that was that daily area of demand. Now going in towards the 4-hour. Obviously, we have an overextended move in towards the downside. Now, going in towards the 1 hour, just to make it a little bit more clear, we can clearly see that we're kind of coming in with this corrective descending price action, so this descending channel slash wedge, and we've kind of broken out of it now at the moment. So what I'm looking at is this area of demand over here and looking for some potential further upside correction for the rest of today. Going in towards the 4 hour, the 4 hour has broken fractal structure. So over here we had a fractal low break, then this over here is your fractal high. So let's see and see what happens with this 4 hour close. Preferably you would see like a nice strong close over here, then a pullback and then upside continuation, and look for a long inside of there. That is pound dollar pretty much summed up. After that massive overextend moving towards the downside, seeing a break of structure coming in towards daily and pretty much 4 hour demand with this descending price action, we're now looking for a potential further upside correction. Going in towards NZDUSD, so NZDUSD over here, so obviously reacted to this lowest low of this overall demand zone, which you can kind of view as a liquidity wick. Then what happens is that we look at change of characters. So over here, what has happened is that this is your change of character low, and overall this was the change of character high of this bearish candle over here in the middle. So that's a change of character high. We break the change of character high, meaning that this then was your demand zone. And as we can see, we already tapped in towards that demand zone and continued up higher. So expecting further upside from NZDUSD for the rest of today. Go in towards the 15 and check out if you can see any potential longs come into play on that pair. Check that out and keep an eye open. We're now kind of positioned inside of this order block over here. Not the best order block in all honesty. We could move down a little bit lower, but preferably you would want to see kind of like some consolidation, some liquidation before moving up higher, and before taking any trade from here, because there's no liquidation in that move up at all. So what is likely to happen, for example, this demand zone, you could just get liquidated in itself and then, for example, move up higher. Keep that in mind. Going in towards gold, last of all. So what is happening on gold? Gold is still bullish. Yesterday we saw some strong move up. Just missed out on my area of demand, as we can see, and it's now kind of consolidating over here. This was pretty much again overall demand zone, but as we can see, we never really closed above the demand zone. So now we're just consolidating. Overall, the fractal high that got broken was this high over here, and the low of this bullish candle is now your fractal low. So as long as that low holds, we should continue up higher. So that's what I'm now looking at for gold, looking for that upside continuation once again, as long as the low overall of that bullish candle holds. Keep that in mind. Go in towards the 15, check it out and see where we are reacting to. So potentially when we move down in towards this order block over here, this 50-unit demand zone, and then just check if we get any bullish confirmation. That is what you would want to be looking for. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Wish you all a fantastic day and speak soon.